first of two championship matches here tonight. Welterweight title on the line with someone who takes great pride of barely, and I mean just barely, qualifying for that 185-pound weight limit. Of course, I'm Joe Dombrowski, your Benjamin C. Steele. Welterweight wrestling is just blowing up all over the internet, and two of the most watched athletes going one-on-one. How about the Swelterweight? How about Lee Moriarty, the apex of combat, who is wasting no time mocking the hometown crowd of Cleveland, Ohio? And we see his prediction that LeBron James is gone.
But Joe, it looks like Cleveland's going to have to put all their eggs in one basket on the Browns.
Well, that may be an issue, but we'll have that decision made about a day or two after this broadcast as far as LeBron James' future. But will Lee Moriarty have a future as welterweight champion? He has called for this matchup for a number of months at this point. He thought he should have been named number one contender at welterweight 2, but he lost. Thought he could have been named number one contender at welterweight 3, and thought he won, but guess what? He lost to Gregory Iron. And finally, after defeating the first ever champion, Ace Perry, a month ago, I and the rest of welterweight management decreed it that Lee Moriarty, okay, we'll give him a shot, but you know what? No charity here. If Lee doesn't win here tonight, it may be a long time before we see him in the welterweight championship mix again.
You could almost say that Lee Moriarty is the uncrowned welterweight champion, could you not?
In his eyes, he certainly is. You can find more on Welterweight Wrestling at welterweightwrestling.com. Welterweight Wrestling on Facebook and Instagram, Welterweight PW on Twitter, as we're about to see the man that proudly represents the brand as welterweight champion. Nate Wings is the littlest welterweight, the most unlikely champion, 136 pounds. You may look at him and think that he is always against the grain, has the odds against him, but man, he has become a master of defying the odds. Nate Wings has defeated Atticus Cogar. He defeated Gory to win the welterweight championship, and he's already said he's going to be a fighting champion, whether it's Moriarty, Ace Perry, anybody else. Wings wants to fight them all. Let's go to Dave Kitch.
Introducing first our referee in charge for the bell sounds, Mr. Dave Dawson. And now, the challenger from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He weighs in 82 kilos, the apex of combat, Lee Moriarty.
He looks ready, Joe.
And his opponent across the ring from Dayton, Ohio. He weighed in at 135 pounds, and he is the welterweight wrestling champion, Nate Wings.
Wings is always ready to take flight and always ready for a challenge. And I think Nate Wings, in my estimation, is in the best physical shape of his entire life.
Well, that may be the case, but Moriarty the same. Say Moriarty the uncrowned champ.
Moriarty, 184 pounds or so of welterweight. Well, the official shows the prize at stake. But Nate Wings is announced at 135 pounds, and that is as close to a perfect 135 as you're going to find. I don't see an ounce of body fat on this young man. There you hear it, it's welterweight. And even though the welterweight weight limit Moriarty mocking Wings, almost like he's not a threat, like he's adorable.
Well, that was kind of adorable, but I'll tell you, Lee Moriarty can't make the mistake that other people have. We know a number of people have underestimated Nate Wings, and when you do, you end up losing your matchup. Oh, that's not something Lee Moriarty wants or can stomach, quite frankly.
Yeah, shame on Lee if he's going to dismiss Nate Wings. Keep in mind, Nate Wings pinned Moriarty at welterweight 2 to become the number one contender and eventually win the championship. Lee knows how dangerous Nate Wings is. Problem is, Lee will blame everybody in the book but himself to save that ego as Wings gets a satellite head scissors off. Wings not just looks better, he moves better. He's fluid here. Look out! Oh, Lee caught Wings in midair. Almost couldn't. Wings had so much momentum behind it, but Lee adjusted to a power slam.
That quick snap power slam as well. Lee Moriarty taking control.
And Lee now peppers away with the forearms. The welterweight weight limit is in place to put a fair playing field out for everybody. But even still, Ben, Lee Moriarty has, if I'm not mistaken, a 49-pound weight advantage over Nate Wings.
That absolutely. And he's also got about, I would say, 3 or 4 inches of height, which means he has a longer reach advantage as well. Lee Moriarty, as you know, also well-versed in the martial arts, in his own style of martial arts, actually.
But Lee does not have it over Nate Wings in focus. We've already heard Lee tell the fans to shut up, get distracted by these by this capacity crowd here tonight. And Lee is a individual who takes things very personally, has a very thin skin, and it's not too difficult to rile up the apex of combat, who now traps the quicker, more high-flying Wings on the ground. Smart strategy by the challenger, but will it work? Is tonight Lee Moriarty's night where he adds himself to the welterweight championship lineage?
Well, if you ask Lee Moriarty, that answer is absolutely yes. He's thought that since day one when it comes to welterweight wrestling. But the thing for Lee Moriarty, like I mentioned earlier, he's got to be smart to Nate Wings. Nate Wings, 135 pounds.
Well, Hurricane Rana traps the leg there. It's almost shades of how Wings pinned Moriarty. It was more of a Dragon Rana at the pay-per-view. Welterweight 2, as now Lamai Strad gets 2. But Wings has a great, chaps the shoulders off the crucifix. Wings has a great way of just tightly packaging you up off those Hurricane Ranas. As the thrust kick now gets 2. Wings uses his momentum to his advantage. He's a great striker. There's not much Nate Wings can't do. And if you look at him at face value and write him off, you may be signing your own death warrant when it comes to winning this matchup.
Well, it goes to a little bit with what I was going to say.
Oh, Conley caught him that time.
With Nate Wings, only 135 pounds, but he uses every ounce to his advantage. He's very, very gory-like, I guess you would say, in his ability to use and be creative with his offense.
But he got caught that time. That's the danger of going high risk once too often. And Lee trapping Wings in a ball, tying up at that bottom ring rope.
This doesn't bode well for Nate Wings.
You can't win the title that way, but it's certainly innovative. Running start and the baseball slide, Wings to the floor.
And when you're tied up like that, that just hurts everything. Both arms, both legs, your back, your neck, and we don't even know what happened when Nate Wings hit the floor as well.
Now Lee's looking for style points as Wings is driven back first. And Wings is a smaller guy. That wasn't the base of the spine like you see that with a lot of athletes. That was right dead center. The spine just almost cracked in half before our eyes.
And Joe,
you can hear Lee.
Well, he's a very proud individual. I don't know if you know this about your back, but it's most of your body. So when Lee Moriarty is targeting the back, he's pretty much targeting all offense that Nate Wings may have. So it's a smart strategy.
Lee into the cover. 2-0. And I'll give credit to Lee. He defeated Ace Perry, first ever welterweight champion. Ace came out guns a-blazing, but Ace may have come out a little bit too emotional, a little bit too hot-headed. And that may have played a part in the defeat of Ace Perry that night. He's been very, very frustrated and has been just desperately trying to get back to his winning ways, back to the championship. And it remains to be seen if Ace Perry's going to get there, as right now Nate Wings is fighting to get back to his feet. Jawbreaker counter by Wings. We'll see if he can build some momentum from it. Lee gets dropped hard. That modified bulldog off the prawn hold. Nate can feel the momentum. Look at this. Up the back, down with a shooting star. Can Wings follow through?
And there were just 2 examples talking about how Nate Wings uses everything he has in his arsenal as his offense. And to address what you said on Ace Perry, there's a lot of one-off champions. There's a lot of guys that were able to get to that mountaintop but not get back to it because it's that much harder once you know the work that it takes. Sometimes it can be hard to recapture that magic.
Into going to the back of the head, and now Wings slides through with a drop kick. The knees connect as well. Lee Moriarty's in a bad way. Wings stringing it together here. Cover, 2 count only. And Lee in a bad way. That's the danger of Nate Wings. You think you have the guy down, you think you have him compromised, and he can just hit you with such a sudden burst of energy. And Wings looking to take a chance.
Nate Wings going up top. We know just how dangerous that is. Hopefully Moriarty knows the same.
If he doesn't, shame on him. And what Lee pushes the official into the ropes. The momentum takes Wings down. Lee is risking disqualification there. In my estimation, that is an act of desperation by the Welterweight.
Well, you can call it desperation or you can call it opportunity, but the fact remains that Lee Moriarty is in firm control of this right now.
Well, Lee looking to go superplex. Oh, super Falcon Arrow. Lee manipulating the 135-pounder midair. This could do it. Wings is just not moving. New champion. No.
If Moriarty could have gotten his wits about him to get over there right away upon impact, we might have a new welterweight champion.
Well, Nate Wings is may have some internal damage after that hard impact. Wings has been doubled over in pain since he hit the canvas, and Lee is signaling for the end. An adept striker is Moriarty. Oh, God.
Nate Wings might be out.
Yeah, Wings went to instinctively catch the kick, but caught the right hand. Moriarty, that swinging butterfly suplex, no, near fall. All the credit in the world to the resolve of Nate Wings, who's still fighting on.
Lee Moriarty looked a little bit frustrated there. I think he thought that it was over. He had tasted that welterweight championship, but it wasn't to be.
Lee Moriarty is very frustrated. There's no doubt about that. Another near fall.
With each kick out, you got to wonder, what is it taking out of Nate Wings? And on counterpoint to that, what is it doing to Lee Moriarty's psyche?
Lee knows this could be his one and only opportunity. But Wings, man, it'd be easier to kill the guy than to keep him down.
This might be the most peril we've seen Nate Wings in quite a while when it comes to his welterweight championship.
Yeah, and a lot of people have spoken up. A lot of people from all over the place have spoken about wanting to wrestle Nate Wings and wanting to challenge him. They feel like he's ripe for the picking. They feel like he's a night off. But there's absolutely no way. Nate Wings is so quick. He is so resilient. And he's got so much fight in him.
Lee Moriarty finding that out firsthand.
Yeah. Oh, there's that Dragon Rana! Wings chops Moriarty! Could he get him? Nate Wings retains the championship!
Welterweight wrestling champion, Nate Wings!
Nate Wings did it! Once again, the most unlikely champion comes out on top. How do you break down Moriarty's efforts and Nate Wings' ability to rise above?
Well, Moriarty certainly had him, I think, several times. He felt, I definitely felt as well, maybe some of these people felt that Moriarty was going to be the new champion, but the one man that didn't was Nate Wings, and that's why he was victorious. Heck of a matchup.
Nate Wings has challengers lining up for him. Ace Perry wants a shot. Dylan Bostic wants a shot. Brett Havoc wants a shot. Trey Miguel wants a shot. Lee would love another crack. Gory, Atticus, and more. But Nate Wings, master of the welterweights tonight.